Did y'all see that the Spider-Man trailer? Not trailer, but like y'all see like the little would it be a snippet? Or is that just for music? Alright, let's like oh my gosh. Yo, like look at this suit! Oh my gosh, look at the suit! Yo, this is peak. This is peak. Look, you see this? You see the spider? It's bigger, cause the other ones it was smaller.
We ready?
I'm ready, King. Thought it was gonna be hard, bro. It is. You don't know ball. That's your problem. Oh my gosh, but it's coming out in 2026 though, which is like, that's what I'm mad about. And yeah, I know. I could just tell.
Just dropped our first official look at Tom Holland's Spidey suit for Spider-Man Brand New Day. We got a bunch of set photos, Tom Holland wearing the complete suit with a mask, his improved web shooters, Harry Holland filming a blog, and so much more. Sony released a 9 seconds teaser a day before, which racked up a total of 80 million views in 24 hours.
Jesus. Turn it up a bit, my fault.
Beloved superhero on the planet. I mean, no disrespect, but this 20 seconds reveal got me more excited than Superman and Fantastic Four combined. So in this video, I'm diving into every little detail from the reveal, breaking down the footage, talking about some of the leaked set photos, and piecing everything together to figure out what might actually be going down in this movie. So without any further ado, let's begin. First things first, this is the same suit we saw at the end of No Way Home. But if it's looking a little different to you...
That's what I'm saying, like the suit is so clean. It's so clean.
You're not wrong. That's because the No Way Home suit was fully CGI. It wasn't physically made or stitched together in real life.
Oh, for real? The No Way Home suit was it was all CGI?
Probably rendered it way too quickly just for that final rooftop scene. The one where Peter flips and rolls across the snowy rooftop. It looked beautiful, but it was all digital. Now, if you read the official script for No Way Home, there's a line in there that tells us the actual inspiration behind this suit. It reads, Spider-Man flips and rolls across a snowy roof in a blue and red suit. New for him, but reminiscent of suits he has seen before. Clearly referencing the suits worn by Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, the two Spider-Man Tom teamed up with during the multiverse.
Also, right? So it's a brand new day because Doctor Strange made a spell so that way everyone would forget him. You feel what I'm saying? So everything will go back to normal, right? So he does not have any of the Tony Stark tech. He has none of it. So he had the, you know what I'm saying? It's poor Peter. He's literally poor. He has nothing. He has nothing. He gotta make his suit, make the webs. You see what I'm saying? This is why this is gonna be so peak. Oh my gosh.
So the implication is Tom saw their suits, got inspired, and made his own version, mixing the two. Imagine when Toby and Andrew see him again.
That's what I'm saying.
Wars, they go,
that's what I'm saying.
Nice suit, man. And Tom goes, your suits were so cool, I had to make my own. Alright, so let's now talk about the actual reveal. It starts with a massive studio door slowly sliding open. From the shadows, we see a silhouette. It's Tom Spider-Man, bouncing on his feet, warming up as he's about to shoot a scene. Kinda like how a giant door opened up to reveal RDJ walking towards his chair. Tom turns around and the camera dollies slightly forward, pushing in toward him as he walks towards us. And here we get our first proper look at Tom Holland's Spider-Man suit. And let me tell you, it's amazing. The webbing is now raised and textured, giving it that handmade tactile look. A slightly bigger spider emblem on the center, honeycomb patterns over the red fabric inspired by Toby's suit, and the tiny brick-like patterns of the blue fabric inspired by Andrew's suit. And of course, the colors are deeper this time too, more vibrant reds and richer blues. The spider emblem itself is very much inspired by Toby's design, while the belt sits low just like Andrew's suit in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And we can see the same seam lines running down the legs as well. But what's really comic accurate though are the web shooters. They've gone back to a more classic comic accurate look. Chunky silver web shooters that feel like a love letter to the early comic days. They are definitely bulkier than the sleek Stark Tech versions we saw before, which tells us something important. This version of Peter is back to being resourceful. No more nanosuits or AI assistants. He's doing the stuff himself. Or he may...
Why he point right at his dick?
He has created this new web shooters infused with gamma. built to take on someone big. Someone like Hulk, who we know is gonna be in this film. But we'll get to that a bit later. Now focus on
Bro. I know it's not gonna be 2008
the
Hulk.
back of the
I know it's not gonna be, but I really hope that it's not gonna be smart Hulk. Cause smart Hulk don't do shit. Oh,
that we only see for one frame. But the set photo gives us a
they messed Hulk up so bad. Why is he like taking out a wedgie or something? I don't know.
much clearer look. The back is almost entirely blue, with a bright red spider emblem in the center, and it's noticeably bigger than the one from No Way Home. This debunks the theory that the 9 seconds teaser showed us the back of the suit, because in the teaser, the emblem sits on red fabric, meaning that had to be the front. And speaking of the front, let's talk about Tom's dick, I mean mask.
Dude, come on, bro. Have some respect, man.
Since this suit takes heavy inspiration from Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man 2, the lenses have been slightly enlarged, but not too much. They're clearly influenced by Todd McFarlane's iconic design, those massive expressive lenses that take up almost half the face. But what I love is that they didn't go full McFarlane or full Andrew. They found the sweet spot, the perfect balance. Big enough to feel bold and comic-y, but not so big it looks exaggerated. And I strongly believe the lenses will be super expressive and reactive in the final cut of the film. Now I know some people are saying the suit in the teaser doesn't quite match the one Tom is wearing in the full reveal.
He probably has a different suit. He probably has more than
Well,
one.
let me break down what's probably going on here, because there's actually a pretty simple explanation. First, in that 9-second teaser, the suit wasn't being worn by Tom at all. It's probably placed on a mannequin, just for display. And when a suit is just hanging there, not stretched over a real human body, it's gonna look a bit different. No muscle definition, no natural folds or tension, just flat fabric. So of course, things like the spider emblem might seem slightly off in terms of size or shape. Second, the suit Tom is wearing in the actual reveal is clearly tailor-made for him, but the fit isn't 100% screen ready yet. There are a few folds and puffy spots here and there, stuff that will definitely be cleaned up with CGI in post-production. And here's the key thing. They probably designed the emblem with Tom's body proportions in mind. So what we saw in the teaser was more of a...
I don't know. I feel like them not making the suit completely perfect would actually like make it more peak. It'd be better if it like seemed natural, you know what I'm saying? Like they literally use CGI for the whole suit. They're switching it up. Seem more homemade. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
While the version Tom is wearing is the practical suit. Now my theory is, by the time we see this suit in the final film in theaters, it will look exactly like it did in the teaser. Marvel and Sony will use CGI to smoothen everything out, remove the wrinkles, and tighten the fabric. So basically, it's the same suit shown in both teaser and the reveal, just shown in two different forms, one on display, one in action. Now if you watch my last Spider-Man video, you'll remember a little theory I tossed out there about the inner demons showing up in this movie.
Oh, Lee.
And guess what? Brand new set photos from Glasgow seem to confirm it. Here's what I said in the previous video. My theory is the Punisher's special presentation will involve him trying to hunt Wilson Fisk. But along the way, I think Frank stumbles into something much bigger and way darker. He ends up crossing paths with a gang known as the Inner Demons. Now, if you've read the comics or played Spider-Man, the Inner Demons are the private army of Mr. Negative, aka Merton Lee. And they're knee-deep in every shady operation across New York City. We're talking drug trafficking, protection rackets, illegal gambling, even human...
Hopefully Mr. Negative makes Hulk go full rage, taking it. Yeah, I really hope, because I can't do another, what's it called, Hulk. I can't do another movie with Smart Hulk, I'm not gonna lie.
Trafficking. And in today's set photos, we can see...
Like, he was cool in Infinity War and Endgame, just because it wasn't all based on that didn't revolve around him, and he helped like get all the Infinity Stones. This movie specifically, and because this is also leading up to Doomsday, I feel like it just makes more sense for them to not have Smart Hulk.
Logo for Inner Demons on the side of this armored tank, which, according to Daniel RPK, the Punisher himself is behind the wheel in this scene. And it looks like the scene will also involve Spider-Man on top of the tank. So it looks like we're getting a full-blown Spider-Man and Punisher team-up. Or this could be before they team up, where Peter is trying to stop Frank from killing someone. If we take a closer look at the set videos, during this chasing stunt, you'll notice a taxi and an ambulance screeching to a stop, and suddenly get lifted into the air. So either Spider-Man will whip them up, or there will be another CGI villain impacting these cars. Now back to the Inner Demons. If they're in, then Mr. Negative is basically confirmed, which makes perfect sense, because he actually made his first comic appearance in the Amazing Spider-Man number 546, the very beginning of the Brand New Day arc. exactly what this movie is titled after. Now here's my big theory. I think Mr. Negative is gonna be the one who unleashes Savage Hulk again, effectively undoing
Yep.
everything we knew about Smart Hulk. Martin Lee has this corruptive negative energy, and it doesn't just mess with your body. It gets
Mess
to
with
your
your
mind,
brain,
your
yeah.
emotions, your soul. So imagine this. He makes contact with Bruce Banner, and suddenly Bruce Hulk's out.
We ready for Across the Spider-Verse? They delayed that. Like, I'm so mad they delayed that. They do that. They do that every single time. I don't understand. Bro, I don't understand why they delay it. I don't get it.
But this time, something's off. Instead of the usual green, we get gray, a full-on gray Hulk from the comics.
Gray.
Less intelligent, more brutal, more
It's gonna be peak though. The animators are getting a break. That's true. That's very true.
unpredictable, and completely under Mr. Negative's control. That's the Hulk Spider-Man and Punisher will have to face. And it works because in the comics, Grey Hulk is a bit weaker than the standard Hulk. Not weak by any means, but toned down just enough that someone like Spider
See this. Listen.
weaker than the standard Hulk. Not
This is the Hulk I want to see.
weak.
This is the Hulk that I want to see in the Spider-Man movie in Brand New Day. This is the Hulk I want to see. I don't want to see Hulk talking about space and the space-time continuum. I don't want no. I want him to just start hitting people and killing people. And throwing cars. Like,
But toned down just enough that someone
that's
like
what I'm
Spider-Man
saying,
and
but it
Punisher
used to
could
scare me
actually
as a
stand a
kid.
chance. Because if we're gonna see Spider-Man and Punisher taking him on together, he needs to be beatable but still terrifying. And that brings us to some of the other villains reportedly showing up in this movie. According to multiple sources, Tombstone, Tarantula, Boomerang, Scorpion, and Ramrod are all set to appear in Brand New Day. Now, aside from Michael Mando's Scorpion, who was teased way back in Homecoming, none of these villains have appeared in the MCU before. So this is gonna be completely new. And no, these guys aren't gonna be the main villains of the movie. They're more like glimpses into Spider-Man's life after No Way Home. Just enough screen time to show us how busy Peter's been. Because remember, No Way Home took place in the winter of 2024, but Brand New Day takes place in the year 2027, as indicated by some of the set photos. So that's a 3-year time jump. And I think the movie's gonna start off with a classic Spider-Man style montage, where we see Peter swinging through the city, chasing down thugs, and battling low-level villains like Tombstone, Tarantula, Boomerang, and the rest. It's the perfect way to establish that this is a more experienced solo Spider-Man, now fully grown into his role and facing a city full of threats without any Avengers or Stark Tech backing him up. Now, Kevin Feige recently spoke about the director, Destin Daniel Cretton, and what he's bringing to the film. He said, and I quote, "Destin is doing an amazing job right now on that movie, which starts shooting very soon. And he has got 8 or 9 comic covers up on his wall in his art department that he's bringing to life in this movie, which is super cool. In fact, in a now deleted Instagram post from Destin's assistant, we saw 2 of those comic covers. And they are The Amazing Spider-Man number 134, the first appearance of Tarantula, and also includes an appearance from the Punisher towards the end. And the second cover is The Amazing Spider-Man number 345, where Spider-Man takes on Boomerang, and this also features the reemergence of Venom. Now, do I think Venom is going to show up in Brand New Day? Not really, at least not yet. But I do think they're gonna plant the seeds, teasing his eventual arrival in Spider-Man 5. So don't be surprised if we get a brief glimpse of Eddie Brock, maybe a post-credit scene, maybe a passing mention. In the latest set photos, we can literally see Destin with a big smile on his face, completely in his element. This guy looks like he knows exactly what he's cooking. The moment he was announced as the director, I knew Marvel and Sony were aiming for a generational Spider-Man film. Why? Because if you...
This is what shows need. This is what shows and movies need to do, especially superhero shows. They need to listen to their fans. I'm not gonna lie. That's the problem with every show and every movie. They don't listen to their fans, especially with the Flash. Like season 1 through 4, mainly 1 through 3. But we'll say 4 because 4 wasn't that bad. Season 1 through 4 was so peak because of the writing. But the second they got a new writer, Eric. Yeah, I don't like you, Eric. The second Eric came in and started directing for the Flash, nah, it was over. Start getting, oh, we are the Flash. Oh, this and that. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. We know what we like, so just do it. I don't understand. Y'all make it difficult on yourselves.
Seen Shang-Chi, you know the action was next level.
Shang-Chi was
Imagine
peak.
him bringing that
peak.
same level of creativity and action set pieces to Spidey. Let's go. So let me know honest thoughts down in the comments. What do you think of the new Spider-Man suit?
Saboteur had one job. He had one job. And he didn't even do it. Got HR. Oh my gosh. One job. Kill Iris. That was the plan. Kill Iris. That was it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 1 through 5 was good, but listen, I'm a true Flash fan, so I watched all of it. Oh gosh, I don't even remember half of it. They
Brand new
did.
day. Are you into the
They
subtle
did get. They
changes they
did get their
made
get
since
back.
No Way Home? Or would you have preferred if they just kept it exactly the same? And while you're
Wait,
at
what
it,
was the question? Oh, hold on, chat. My fault.
Spider-Man suit for Brand New Day. Are you into the subtle changes they made since No Way Home? Or would you have preferred if they just kept it exactly the same? And while you're at it, tell me your all-time favorite Spider-Man costume.
Chat, I feel like them keeping it the same, it wouldn't be anything exciting. If they kept the suit the same, because then this shows that the plot is going to be different because we're excited for the plot. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you watched all the Spider-Man movies before, and you kept up with the plot and stuff like that, the CW crossovers were so peak. Nah, for real. No, real rap. Like, Crisis on Earth X, oh my gosh. All of those were so peak. They were so peak. I'm so mad Oliver died though, I'm not gonna lie. Like that's one of my like favorite superheroes. Like the Flash is number one. Green Arrow's number two. I rewatched Green Arrow like 3 times. Um what's number three? Who would be number three? Uh I don't know. I don't even think I have three. That's just my top two. That's it.
Whether it's from the comics,
I
the
gotta watch
movies, or the
Daredevil. I haven't
games,
watched
there are
that.
so many
I heard it
amazing
was
ones
good.
to choose from, and I'd love
That's
to
why Daredevil's peak because they have the writers from Flash. That's why Daredevil's peak because
know
they
which
have
one's
their
your
writers, bro.
favorite.
And
My
I'm
next
mad.
video is a return to the 0.25x speed breakdowns. So I'll see you lads in the next one. Take care.
So tough, so freaking tough. All right, Chad. We got one more video to watch. Hold on. What did I miss?